October 1972. A Uruguayan Air Force plane was flying over the Andes heading to Chile. On board were 45 people, members of the Old Christians rugby team, their friends and families. Young, full of life, no one knew they were about to vanish. The weather closed in. Clouds swallowed the plane. The pilot believed they had already crossed the mountains and began to descend. He was wrong. They were still in the heart of the Andes. Seconds later, metal met stone. The impact was catastrophic. The tail ripped off. The wings tore through the fuselage. Bodies were thrown into the void. What was left of the plane slid down the mountain, crashing into a frozen valley. 12 people died instantly. Others lay broken among the wreckage, gasping for life as the cold bit into their skin. The survivors huddled inside the shattered fuselage. They were alive but trapped in hell. No food, no heat, no way out. Hours turned into days, days into weeks. The wind outside screamed like a living thing. On the 8th day, the small radio crackled. Search operations have been called off. There are no survivors. The world believed them dead, and inside something died too. The chocolate, the wine, the crumbs, gone. They melted snow for water. They burned seat covers for warmth. But hunger doesn't fade. Hunger becomes madness. Then someone whispered what everyone feared to think. If we don't do something, we'll all die. Silence. Heavy. Endless. Outside, the bodies of their friends lay frozen, preserved by the ice. And for the first time, someone thought the unthinkable. They prayed, they cried, they denied. But when death is close, the body stops listening to morality. One by one, they gave in. They ate the dead, with guilt, with tears, with horror. Every bite was a wound to the soul, but also a spark of life. It wasn't evil, it was instinct, the desperate will to stay alive. Then on the 17th night, an avalanche. Snow crashed down on them as they slept. 8 more died, suffocated in the dark. The rest dug through the snow with bare, bleeding hands. When they finally reached the surface, they realized the mountain would not let them go. Not without a price. 2 of them, Nando Parado and Roberto Canessa, decided to try. They left with almost nothing. No map, no compass. Just faith. 10 days walking through the white hell. 10 days of hunger, pain, and freezing winds. Until on the 10th day they saw a man on horseback, a Chilean shepherd. The rescue began there. On December 23rd, 16 survivors were found. 72 days after the crash. But the nightmare didn't end. When they returned home, they were treated like monsters, judged, condemned. The world wanted to know, how could you? But no one asked what it felt like. No one imagined the sound of eternal nights, the cracking bones beneath the snow, the smell of frozen flesh, the echo of voices that would never answer again. They survived, but they were never the same, because there are wounds the body can heal, and others the soul never forgives. The mountains still stand there, silent, cold, eternal, keeping their secrets. 16 survived, 29 died, and the mountains never gave back all the bodies.